The king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. E5 is a common response that establishes a presence in the center, controls d4, and opens up the queen and dark-squared bishop. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn, and prepares to castle. Knight c6 develops the knight toward the center, protects the pawn on e5, and eyes the d4 square. The Ponziani opening starts with c3, which allows white to try for a quick d4 pawn push at the cost of a developing move. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the e4 pawn. Their best option was to prepare a bishop for development. Your best move was to prepare a bishop for development. They kick your bishop with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. No surprise, you had to move your bishop to safety. Their best option was to kick a knight. You allowed the opponent to eventually win a pawn. There was a moment to punish your opponent's error, but you let it pass. They missed a chance to eventually win a pawn. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. This move puts their pawn on a safer square. It is better to avoid moving the same piece in the opening. They had an opportunity to punish your inaccurate play, but didn't catch it. You are threatening to win a bishop through a fork. This is a fair trade. You permitted the opponent to eventually win material. They missed a chance to eventually win material. Yes, this is the way. They made a solid choice and castled same side as you did. A knight in the center controls more squares. Their better move was to defend a knight that was under attack. You had an advantage, but now the game is close to equal. Their pawn is now isolated, lacking support from neighbor. Now your pawn is isolated. Their pawn is now isolated, lacking support from neighboring pawns. You got lucky here. Your opponent missed the chance to capitalize on your mistake. Now your pawn is isolated. Your opponent made a mistake, but you missed the chance to punish them. They had an opportunity to punish your inaccurate play, but didn't catch it. You get a chance to sacrifice a bishop for a nice tactic. You are threatening to capture a knight and win material after the follow-up trades. This move wins a pawn. They kick your knight with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. This move wins a pawn. They exchange pieces of equal value. A logical capture. That's playable. You recapture the piece. They've pushed their passed pawn, turning it into a stronger threat. You captured a free pawn. Your opponent creates a pawn chain, making their structure more robust. You're going to end up losing a pawn. Another piece joins the board for your opponent. You captured that free pawn. Their better move was to move a bishop to safety. This removes an attacker that was threatening to capture one of your pieces. Takes back. The closer your passed pawn to promotion, the stronger it is. They blockaded your pawn, you won't be able to push it for now. Ouch, you left your bishop hanging. They took your bishop for free. You missed an opportunity to eventually win a knight. They are threatening to tactically win a queen. Their move stopped you from being able to checkmate the king. You exchange pieces of equal value. A straightforward recapture. That was a fair trade. Their best option was to bring the last piece into the game. You get a chance to threat. Good job defending that. Their best option was to bring the last piece into the game. You get a chance to threaten checkmate. Good job defending that pawn. They attacked your queen, gaining time as it must move away. You found a safer square for your queen. They are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You stopped your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. You had a better option, but this is not bad. They didn't find the right idea. You create space for the king to move in case it is attacked. They attacked your rook, gaining time as it must move away. This moves your rook to a safer square. They offer a fair trade of pieces. You allowed the opponent to threaten checkmate. Their better move was to threaten checkmate. Your best move was to move a queen to a more active position. You permitted the opponent to threaten checkmate. Their best option was to threaten checkmate. This is the only move that works, and you found it. You step your king away from the... This is the only move that works, and you found it. You step your king away from the checking knight. This move gives you the opportunity to win their knight. You permitted the opponent to force eventual checkmate. You overlooked a better way to tactically win a knight. They missed a chance to force eventual checkmate. You are threatening to tactically win a queen. You prevented your opponent from being able to win material through a fork. They are threatening to win a rook through a fork. This moves your queen to a safer square. You had the upper hand, and now your position is winning. Nice find! You found the only move in this position. You step your king away from the checking rook. You get a chance to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent has no escape. You can force a checkmate with the correct moves. This move wins a queen, capturing the checking queen. Delivering a classic back rank mate?